So let's start with method number one. Is the first 9 techniques of this meditation is related to the breath. So let's begin with the first one. After the breath comes in, that is the in-breath, the breath which is going downwards, and then it turns out, it starts moving up. So we need to observe that point where it turns out, the gap. For a single moment or 1,000 part of the moment, there's no breathing. Basically, it's like that. Before it turns out, before it turns outwards, there is a gap. One breath comes in, then there is a certain point and breathing stops. When the breath goes out. When the breath goes out, then again for a single moment, for a part of the moment, breathing stops. Then breathing comes in. So before the breath is turning in or turning out, there is a moment when you are not breathing. In that moment, this happening is possible. In case if we observe that moment. Because when you are not breathing, you are not in the world. And you need to understand this. When you are not breathing, you are actually dead. You are still, but you are dead. But the moment is such a short duration that we never get to observe it. For Tantra, each outgoing breath is a death, and each new breath is rebirth. The breath coming in is rebirth, and the breath going out is death. The outgoing breath is synonymous with death. The incoming breath is synonymous with life. So with each breath, we are dying, and again we are reborn. The gap between the two of the very short duration, that we need to do a keen observation, a sincere observation, attention, will make us feel the gap. If you feel the gap, if you get to feel the gap, okay, it's a long practice, it's not easy. The mind runs away, mind comes out. We cannot force, try and understand, we cannot force that gap. This is not a yogic method at all. In the yogic method, there is kumbhak, they are holding the breath, they are going out, and then they hold the breath, they shut one nostril, and they hold the breath again, they pull the navel in, they apply different bandhas and so on. But here, in Tantra, we are not intruding the energy pattern at all. You go in with the breath, you go out with the breath. Wherever there is a gap, just feel the gap. So even if for the fraction of a second we feel the gap, the benefit automatically is observed. So you're not here to train the breath, please understand, because we've been into this yogic methods. Our brain is tuned to choose to train the breath. We are not here to train the breath. First of all, we need to unlearn what we learned in the yogic methods. So it's such a simple technique. It's so simple, it's such a simple technique to know the truth, that gap. And we are not there, the world doesn't exist at that point. And that point is very much accessible to us. So the eternal element is very much there, right, accessible to us. You can know the breath going out, you can know the breath coming in, but you can never know the gap. We have never felt it. But try it. Suddenly you will get the point when you can get it, because it's already there. Nothing is to be added, or nothing new to be added to your structure. It's already there. Everything is already there except a certain awareness. So as soon as there's a fine awareness which comes in, awareness is beyond the mind, try and understand. So first become aware of the breath coming in, watch it. Forget everything. Just watch the breath coming in, the very passage. When the breath touches the nostril, feel it there. Then let the breath move in. Move with the breath fully consciously. Then you're going down with the breath. Do not miss the breath. Do not go ahead. Do not follow behind. Just go with the breath. Remember this. Do not go ahead. Do not follow it like a shadow. Be simultaneous with it. Breath and consciousness should become one. So the awareness what you mean is this. The breath goes in, you go in, then you will be possible to get the point where between two breaths. It will not be easy. Move in with the breath, move out with the breath, move in with the breath, move out with the breath, in, out, in, out. Especially this is a Buddhist method. So it's known as, it's the Tibetan Buddhism, or many Buddhism, it's known as Buddha's method, it's Buddhist method. Basically it comes from the Bhairava Tantra. So the basic Buddhist terminology, they will call this as Anapanasati. Anapanasati Yoga. It's supposed to be Buddha's enlightenment was based on this technique. So some of the techniques are, there are so many techniques we have. One technique for everyone. It can be useful. Anyone can use it. There's, out of these 112 techniques, there'll be one that is applicable for you. Not necessarily everything works, but one will be applicable for you. This is the most easiest one. Go in with the breath, go out with the breath. Go in with the breath, go out with the breath. So when it becomes awareness simultaneously, that gap will be observed and you have it there. Alright? Enjoy and keep practicing. Let's see how it works. Remember, you're not altering the breath, you're not manipulating the breath, you're not training the breath. You're just being aware of the breath. Right? Enjoy. See you. Bye.